Yay! I'm so happy when I remember to start the recording. Okay, we're going to get going by breathing together 3 times. Take 3 long, slow, deep breaths. And as you breathe in through the nose, think the words, I am. And as you breathe out through the mouth, think the word consciousness. Let's breathe in, I am. Breathe out, consciousness. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, consciousness. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, consciousness. And as we rest here for a moment in this beautiful space of infinite divine grace, we feel our profound connection. We are soul relatives, soul sisters and brothers, soul family. And how wonderful that we are connected every week in this deep, profound way. Our energy empowers each other and builds exponentially every time we're together. Take another deep breath in. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back into the room. Yay. Angela, could you say something so I know that your audio is working?
Oh, yes, I
Okay,
am.
good.
It should be. I
Oh,
just,
fireworks from Georgie.
ah,
That's cool. I don't know how you do that, but that's very cool. Awesome. Yay. Everybody's here. And David Edgar, oh my gosh, we haven't seen him in a while. That is so cool.
Excellent,
All
excellent.
right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Peggy, we're ready to celebrate you. What's been going on?
Well, starting the gold circle last night was excellent and very cool, and loved the sitting for guidance exercise that we did, and relisted the condo today so that it'll go back on the market, and insisted on what I had determined that I wanted to list it for and how I wanted to do it. I don't care what the broker says with his left brain in high gear because I'm working with my right brain. Anyway, um, and I did the space clearing for the condo and analyzed it afterwards, which was interesting to me to see where all the elements, all the 5 elements were represented, which of course they are. And it's something that I really, really enjoy doing and think is so beneficial to a space. And just with the caveat that not all the spirits leave, that my grandfather's spirit stays, the one Angela identified quite a while ago that showed up one time. You look like you're throwing pots one-handed, Kelly.
I know she's playing with her dog, I think.
Anyway, I think that's within the 2 minute.
You were perfect. You're absolutely perfect. Congratulations. How can it get even better than this? You're really on a roll, Peggy, and I truly commend you for listening to your heart, listening to your intuition, and following that. Because the experts have the best of intent. They're looking at what they understand and what they know. And your knowing is a deeper, richer knowing that is correct knowing for you. So, how can it get even better than this? That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, fabulous. Wow, we're on a roll. We get to celebrate Mena. What's been going on, Mena?
Lots of wonderful things. Starting off with Easter, it was such a blessing having all the family together. Cooked a lot. And then Easter Monday, I got to spend with the three youngest grandchildren. And what a blessing that was. And I noticed that if I keep my vibration really high, they they match it, they mirror it. So that was wonderful. And I taught them how to make pancakes, and I allowed them to flip, and one was a really good flipper. So I think that was really very precious. I've been doing joy tracking with a couple of friends. Angela is one of them. And I find that when you seek out the joy in things, it just multiplies. You know, asking for a couple of things that you notice joy in every day, but as soon as you make a conscious effort to find those little joy pieces, you seem to see it everywhere. So just a little thing that we've been doing this week, and I thought I would share it. I had lunch with a new friend today, and I hadn't driven, David. I hadn't been behind the wheel for about 6 months, I think, but off I went, and I don't do parallel parking. So, I, and I had two or three spots that I could just drive in, and it was just wonderful. So, yay. Yeah. Am I over time?
You're almost at your time.
Oh, over time. And I must say that my friend Daphne, I've made an angel committee for her, and fingers crossed that she's going to find the exact right place. So thank you very much.
Yes.
And I also enjoyed Circle Time last night. However, it's past my bedtime and I was falling asleep until I was paired up with the groups. So that was really good. Anyway,
Perfect. How can it get even better than this? Yeah,
that's
there's something about connecting with that energy that just makes all the difference in the world. And it's so fun when you get to see the world through a child's eyes,
oh,
you know, and see what they enjoy. And I love that consciously looking for joy every day. Yeah, that's a very powerful exercise. Thanks for reminding us of that. So beautiful. And look at all the great people you guys have called in with your energy. I mean, how can it get even better than this? We got Angela Oda. Yay, Angela. I hope you're handy and you can unmute and come on camera because we'd love to celebrate you and what's been going on for you. There she is. Gotta unmute though. Perfect.
oh,
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I wish I would have been able to join, but I kept thinking I was going to miss the circle the weeks that it was with the kindergartens and stuff. So I thought, I'll wait till I get back to Canada. But anyway, I'm glad you guys are all there together. That's awesome. Okay, we had to do all our Easter eggs indoors this year, with the kindergartens all 3 times. But it went really well anyway, because the st schools have a lots of kind of little prop things to hide cones or whatever to hide eggs under. So that worked really well, except for hiding things under mats and the kids stepping on them, not realizing. So there's a few breakages, but of course, every year we do lose a few. I had an opportunity to make lunch and take it to a friend who I haven't seen for a long time and bring it to her place. It's a nice drive. Got to see lots of cherry blossoms on the way. Um, I continue to meet Carol every week and I continue to do meditation of some sort, at least once or twice
Uh-oh.
a day.
There we go.
And over the long Easter weekend, we actually had a Zoom call and my parents and so I got to Zoom call with my parents last week and I forgot to mention that. But um this weekend I decided I was going to just be in Resurrect Compassion Divine record blog.
Angela, you're breaking up a bit. If you turn off your camera, it might give you a better connection for the Zoom meeting because you're frozen right now. Hmm. Well, how can it get even better than this? We're going to get Angela back. That's how it gets better. Angela, thank you for sharing with us. We missed the last little bit of what you were saying. There you are. Do you want to finish? I can't hear you if you're saying
What did you
something. There we
hear?
go. There we go. There we go. Okay, you came back. So I heard that you were able to do a Zoom meeting with your parents.
Right. I don't know why my computer is having issues. Okay. Yeah, and instead we on this long weekend instead I watched the Chosen episodes every day and listened to Patricia Cota Robles's Resurrection and Compassion Divine Healing thing every day and just was in really in a more contemplative place with the whole
That's
celebration.
beautiful. That's so
Yeah.
beautiful. And there's a perfect time for that, right? Because we go through cycles, and it's so important to just take that moment of bliss and anchor it in. Seems like that's kind of a theme that we're covering today. Meta talking about joy spotting, and Peggy was talking about really honoring her truth and being, yeah, you said something about a blog, Angela. I didn't quite hear that. Or that was a blog you were reading or listening to.
No, I think it's the Era of Peace
Ah,
one, but
okay.
yeah, it's a vlog,
Oh,
VLOG.
VLOG.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. All right. How can it get even better than this? All right, Kathy Poppers, you are next up for the celebration. If you could unmute, we'd love to hear what you've been up to this week.
Celebration. Thank you. Well, I successfully completed a report that was long overdue, but not unbearably so for the client. They were very compassionate. And I saw a new client and learned to check the date when they hand you a check because there was a 10-month mistake. It was dated for November of 2025. And I didn't see it till I went to deposit it. So that was a good lesson. Don't assume that someone knows what date it is. And went out with a group of friends that got very complex because we were sharing a birthday check. And I recommended a particular application that restaurants use that would have simplified matters. And I learned that I need to speak up with more conviction when I know we're headed for problems because the hostess is being left with a $200 bill because people aren't paying their proper shares. So that's kind of but it was a good week. Thank you.
Excellent. How could it get even better than this? I love that you're getting connections with your clients, and yes, that observation of what date it is. I mean, my husband and I still remind each other back with what the date is because, yeah, you can get distracted or you can just make a typo and you don't realize what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we serve as checks and balances for each other, and it's always done with love. It's never, judgment or accusatory. It's always in mutual support and appreciation. So that's really awesome. Congratulations. This next week is going to be even better. Oh,
Thank
Dorji, I bet you've got a ton of things to celebrate. You always do.
Yes, I learned something big yesterday at the intentioning with Elaine on Tuesday. And the intention that Elaine wrote up was that all the atoms and the um, molecules get healed in the body. And as I was holding the intention, I go into my stadium of light, and then I realized, yeah, we all have a stadium of light within us in our body. And when we send love from our stadium of light within the body, we fill the body with love. So everything that is not for its highest good leaves us. And I I didn't realize that. I'm a Buddhist, and in Buddhism, you say everybody has the Buddha seat, and it felt like we all have the stadium of light that keeps us doing the right thing. Um, and I realized, yeah, that we learn so much from each other just being here, yeah, and listening to everybody. And that makes a big difference. And like Elaine told me, my coach told me, I have to be a teacher. And then Elaine showed me a trick. Because of Elaine, I'm using ChatGPT now. And when ChatGPT came back, I wrote down, yeah, how I became spiritual 5 years ago and blah blah blah, not blah blah blah, but I wrote down the 1 minute recording, and ChatGPT came back to me and said, and now it's your time to change somebody else's life.
Yeah.
That was profound for me. And even though I don't think I'm ready, like I learned here, done is better than
Perfect.
perfect.
Yeah. And the thing is,
So
Georgie,
it's
what I
done and they're
really
putting it out, and
I
I don't
really want
care.
to commend you, Georgie, because what you're doing is you're following divine guidance. You've got enough people saying you are a leader, it's time to lead your people, that you're now leading your people. And you're hesitant, right? You're like, I don't know about this. But when you step into it anyway, it's like, me do a guided healing meditation? Are you kidding? Okay, whatever you say, I guess I'll do it, right? You just take action. When you are divinely guided, you take action and things align for you that you never would have expected. You could never have anticipated. Now, Dorji, also, I want to ask you, you put together a meeting. I think it's on Tuesdays, right? Or is it Mondays? I don't remember. It was Monday, right? When did you do your meeting? You sent out a link to a Zoom meeting. Could you tell us a little bit about your Zoom meeting and what that's all about?
Yeah, it's like a mastermind. And one of the girls started it like 4 years ago, and then she quit. So
Ah,
I jumped in.
I see.
Uh, what's her name? Uh,
That's okay. That's okay. I just wasn't sure what your meeting was, and I have a conflict, so I can't attend that one. And I felt really badly about it. So thank you for clarifying that for me. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. Kelly, you and your puppy dog look like you're having so much fun today. We want to join in the fun. What can we help you
Well,
celebrate?
I'm celebrating that I'm here with you. I just came in the door. I raced in, let him out, made a cup of tea, sat down, and that's why he was like, "Oh, she's home, and all these people are here, and I'm so excited." He was excited for a long time. That's longer than he normally does. So I'm going to celebrate that. He's been acting a little bit old lately. He's 10 and a half, and all of a sudden he seems like he knows that. So all's good. It's been a great whirlwind week. I got a client accepted into a place, so I'm really, really grateful for that. She was one of seven, and um, I went to lunch yesterday with a friend from choir who's not in choir this time, and we had such a delightful time. We couldn't even tear each other apart, tear apart from each other. I had a really, really, really sweet connection with my 12-year-old granddaughter, which, they at that age, sometimes they don't even want to talk to you. They couldn't even be bothered. And she was just so sweet to me and so confiding and vulnerable. It just made my heart sing. Easter was kind of a different day, but one really fun thing we did, I want to share. Um, my daughter-in-law was given this gift of a dozen eggs, and they were like eggs with a paper seal on them. And as soon as she opened the box, a 4-year-old memory of hers from Mexico returned to her. Then she even found a photo of it in her phone. She could show me, this is who I was then. And it's, I guess, a Hispanic tradition or a Guatemalan tradition that you take these eggs and you run up to somebody and you smash it on their head, and it's just the shell filled with confetti and sparkles, and it's a blessing. So she went and hid these blown out eggs all around the yard, and we all got to surprise each other and smash each other on the head. And there was, we all had it in our hair. It was so much fun. It was the best part of Easter as far as I was concerned. So it's been a full, fast, delightful week. So I'm really, really happy to be here. And tonight I get to go to school with them to see like a photos and memory thing of this camping trip that they just did that Sterling and May were on. And it's something the school does twice a year. They go camping. It's the funnest thing.
Wow.
So I get to go do that tonight. So I'm going to be leaving early for that.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so
Well,
when you
shall
see me
we go?
scoot it, so I go play. No, I'm going to stay in here all the
I
intention.
know, but don't we want to do your intention too before you have to disappear?
Um, well, sure, but
Let's go ahead and do your intention because I don't want to have you miss out on that. So, what would you like some
oh, wait,
energy
one
on?
more demonstration is I'm reading the Art of Receiving,
Mhm.
and it also talks about, like recognizing your joy and making friends with your goals. Like if you're saying you want money and you say I don't have any money, then money doesn't want to show up because you're not very nice to it, right? So one of the things I wanted to share with you guys is to pick a goal and for 1 minute, 1 minute a day, picture that goal happening. So sometimes I've been picturing us winning the lottery. I'll admit it with all of you, but it's just 1 minute a day. And she said it makes a difference to people who do it and don't do it. So I wanted to bring that to you guys. So
I'm
my
all over that.
intention, let me see, what would my intention be? Um, in love and light, I declare that for myself and for all of us, that we are that grounded place of love. We are that safe place that is in service to others while also, of course, being in service to ourselves. So we are guided on how best to prioritize our time to be just that, this beacon of light and a citadel of peace and an avenue for inspiration and success and abundance for all, for ourselves and for each other and for all the world. In deepest gratitude, I declare it as done and let it be so. Amen.
We give thanks, and so it is. Kelly, that was really interesting. I got what to me feels like an unusual distinction. As soon as you said, I declare it is so, I heard, why are you leaving us out? Because when you say, I declare it is so, it is me, the human, declaring it is so. When you say, we declare it is so, it is me, the human, me, the higher self, and the God of your understanding declaring it is so.
Mhm.
And which one has more power?
The second one for sure.
Yeah. And it was interesting because I was kind of pushing back a little bit, and they were like, We.
Yeah.
We.
Yeah. Well, and when we do the full prayer, first we recognize that higher divine presence.
Right.
Then we make our connection with it. So when we say, I declare, or I this, or I that, we are in union with them because we've already established that. But I like
Perfect.
that we, I and the higher power all together. Yeah.
Yeah. It just felt strong,
Yeah.
you know?
Feels good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Felt great. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Awesome. You guys are so amazing. We even brought Ruthie in. The energy was so good. You brought Ruthie in. And we've got such a treat because David Edgar is here today, and we don't get to see David that often. Yay, you made it. What can we help you celebrate?
So glad, so thrilled to be here. Good to see you, Minna. Um, oh, I don't have a whole lot to report, so I'm just going to share something that I wrote during a similar gathering to this, and an in-person group that meets every month or couple months locally. So I'll just go ahead. Shouldn't be more than 2 minutes.
Go for it.
Um, I am here. I am grace. I live and love with purpose. Everything is as it is meant to be. Your growth is finished. Be as you wish to be. Embody that which you know you have been waiting to embody. Celebrate how much joy there is already. Allow the divine to shine forth here, now, and in all ways possible. And in all ways you never before realized were possible. Always. Expect nothing. Expect nothing less than greater goodness and higher wisdom, more and more and more, in all and everything. Take yourself on the path you have been searching for the world over. The path you now can see is right in front of you. The pathway that begins and ends in a place called home. The path that is yours, that is simultaneously millions of miles away, while at the same time is always home.
Wow. Wow. What an amazing experience, David. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. That's really profound. You know, it reminds me of something that I received recently, which is when you come from love and you experience everything as a form of love, and you only speak, think, do things from the space of love, all of a sudden duality disappears. There is no duality. All there is love. Yeah. I'm not there yet. I'm working on that one. I got a ways to go. That's so
Thank you.
awesome, David. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Wow. Tough act to follow, but Archana and Jim, I know you're up to the task. Hopefully we still get a twofer today. If you guys could unmute and turn your camera on, we'd love to
Hi.
hear from somebody. Hey, Archana.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. How are you?
Oh gosh, Jim is dancing. Okay, we're good. Can you tell?
Yeah.
So
What can we help
yeah,
you celebrate?
well, gosh, I don't even know where to start. Wow, we had a really beautiful celebration with my parents on Sunday. It was an Indian fire ceremony, and so nice to see so many people that they've known for decades, since the 70s. So we're talking 50 plus years. So many aunties and uncles, and some of my friends came from high school, and my sister's friends, and my favorite TM teacher locally. So it was really beautiful in so many ways. And one of my friends is running for Congress, and she's announcing that today, you know. So she moved back here from New York. So I was with her this last couple weeks, a couple times. And, I just feel really honored that we had a few minutes to speak there. And the 10 minutes that I shared, everyone was like blown away, like literally, like it was crazy. I told my parents that whenever I come to Arya Samaj, they always want me to speak. And can I speak some? And my mom said, "Oh, yeah, we'll give you 5 minutes." So that was kind of funny because I'm like, I think they wanted more than 5 minutes. So they had this Indian guru from India, like, a Panditji, and he spoke for like, 45 minutes after the Havan in Hindi. Okay, so for most people, this would be really difficult. Then after that, Tina spoke, my sister, for 5 minutes. Then I spoke for 10, and Jim did energy work, and people were just like soaring with their chakras, and everyone was so happy. I did my acronym balance for epigenetics and Ayurveda. And then 10 people from the organization approached me afterwards again and said, can you come every other week? Can you come every month? Can you come all the time? If we had known you were here, we wouldn't have had the guy from India. So it was pretty funny. Because I did tell my parents, can I speak some? And they said, oh, yeah, we'll give you 5 minutes.
How can
So
it get
anyway,
even better than this?
yeah, the last thing I would say is continued prayers needed for our son who's interviewing for jobs and going into second rounds. And we are actually leaving yet again just now to go see the Tibetan monks who are in town. So after Jim shares, maybe we could do our intentions because they're going to be driving after that. We'll
Okay.
keep you on, but are we recording today or no?
Yeah, I'm recording it right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I don't see that. I don't know why. But anyway, so yeah, things have just been blissfully happy. And I must say one last thing, Deborah, when I heard her little interview on Awakened, so inspiring. So it just like woke me up, and I just really loved hearing her, and it was very powerful. So
That's great. Well, let's hear from Jim. Jim, what can we help you celebrate?
Well, oh boy, wow. I mean, well, I had a vision, and I've been sort of popping into my mind of doing group healing work. So I'm broadcasting energy, and that happened again at this Arya Samaj, um, event. And one of the people came up to me and said, I felt the depths of my soul. And it's an older Indian guy who probably, I don't
he's a
think,
conventional
yeah,
doctor.
he's a conventional medical doctor
Relative.
who, one of Archana's relatives or an in-law. And so that was pretty amazing to get that feedback. And then, yeah, hanging out with the Tibetan monks, like they're chanting, they're doing a mandala, sand mandala, and it is just exceptional. And then the other thing that's going on is Ocean Robbins is doing a, a food revolution summit this week, and we've been listening to Sue Morter. So we're getting like blasts of wonderful, consciousness from all these, incredible people that are out there really helping others. And it's great to see. It's, this or and something better too.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
How can it get even better than this?
yeah,
It was so good. You
absolutely.
brought Arlene in the door, but both
Oh,
Jim and Archana need to leave early. So we're going to do
yeah,
intentions for them, and then we're going to continue with these celebrations. So, Jim,
okay,
you're already on camera. How about we
okay,
start with you? What's your
sure.
intention?
My intention is to um, continue to connect with others and bring my healing gifts to all who are ready to receive them and take part in this kind of group healing energy because everyone has healing capacities. So
We'll
that's
support you with that starting right now.
And they were all going to it wasn't everyone.
We give thanks, and so it is. Lots of energy around that, Jim. Thank you. Thanks for being willing to step up that way. Yeah, beautiful. All right, please hand the phone to Archana. Archana, what's your intention?
Yes. So my intention is to go to the next level of impact and influence using my son's talents. Uh, Everyone on Sunday was saying, "Is this on YouTube? Where's your acronym?" So it was pretty clear that it was needed. So my intention is for Anand, my son, to go to the next level of his interviews and job opportunities. And as he's doing that, he's also helping me for an hour a week to go to the next level in the highest light so I can also reach the people who are looking for me. As Deborah says, someone out there is looking for you and just you. So thank you for all that in the highest love and light to know that Anand is fully supported and self-sufficient and that we're all going to the next level of our ability to serve in the world.
We'll support you right now. We give thanks, and so it is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm so happy that your son is getting through the interview process, and every single one enriches his energy, every single one. So, and thank you for your great energy because Archana, as we were celebrating you, you brought Michelle in the door. As we were celebrating Jim, you brought Arlene in the door. So, how can it get even better than this? I don't know, but man, we are on a roll. And now we get to celebrate Julie. Julie, so good to see you. I saw you last night for the intention group and for the golden circle, and now I get to see you again. What can we help you
Oh, I
celebrate?
know. It's getting better and better. Well, I love the gold circle and just seeing so many familiar faces and especially all of our group, it just makes me so happy to be with you all. And to feel like the intentions, I swear I'm receiving them with love, and I think it's like opening up my heart, and it just feels like I'm really experiencing it. That's the word. And it was interesting because yesterday I had some discomfort in my teeth, and I was playful with it. I said, "Okay, come on in. All these intentions are for you too." I was just like laughing about it instead of being all, kind of bracing myself. So that was a new experience. And so that was good. And Easter, I wasn't able to drive to our Easter party. And so that was okay because I heard that it was a little chaotic there in the family. And then my little Theo is teething. So he was like not in a happy place most of the afternoon. And so we were teething together. That's what I said, extending the intention. I'm trying to make it as light as possible, but I did get to FaceTime with the kids and with Theo, and he stopped crying when he said hi. I said hi, Theo, happy Easter, and he goes, "Where's that coming from?" The face. That was fun. And then thank you, Elaine, for Marissa Peer, the hypnosis. I have been listening to her daily, and the thing that she has is like you sleep while you're being healed, and that's like an 8 hour program. I slept for 9 hours. I just put it on and left it, on. So it was like, whoa. And she suggests to do it for 10 days in straight so that your nervous system gets used to a new way of incorporating this. And so I'm just loving it. Thank you. And I just appreciate just all this guidance, really, it's a gift. Everything is a gift. And
Absolutely.
what else? Oh, my son got this little vibrating ball for my back, and it's not really feeling that great. And I put it on my feet, and I thought, oh, this is like reflexology. So now I have to find a diagram to have it coordinate with the other little unhappy places. But I'm on a roll now.
You are. Wow. How can it get even better than this? And I shared with Julie one of the YouTube videos from Marissa Peer about the healing vortex. And then
Yes.
Julie found the 8 hour meditation, which must be a course that is available. So if you happen to have a link that you can pop in the chat, Julie, that'd be great. If not, don't worry about it. But wow, how cool is that?
Yeah.
So many incredible resources available to us. Kelly, did you want to add something?
I do. I want to add something. Usually I have the whole gallery on so I can see everyone, and I decided to change it to speaker. And behind Julie on her mantle, she has a plaque that says, "Believe the best, forgive the rest, and say I love you."
Yes.
Isn't that cool? So I just wanted to share it.
That's wonderful. That's awesome. Kelly, type that into the chat for me, would you please? That's great. Wow. How can it get even better than this? We
I
get to
took
hear
a
from
picture of it.
Lisbeth.
I took a picture of
Oh,
it so that when you started talking, I wouldn't lose it.
okay. All right. Awesome. Lisbeth, can you unmute? We'd love to celebrate you too.
Yeah, well, it's been a challenging week, extra challenging. I was glad we didn't have commitments for Easter because I was not a happy camper. My legs were the worst they've been in quite a while. So I'll definitely be asking for intentioning around them. But some of the positives are I was able to stand long enough to wash my hair and cut it today. So it's been a while that's been on my list to do. And I had a session with a different energy healer kind of person yesterday, and I'm trying to be hopeful about it. And I think there have been like little bouts of feeling better, and he said I'd be really tired for a few days. So I'm crossing my fingers that will work. It's just there's been a lot of disappointments with things. It'll work for a little bit and then not or something. And another thing was I had a session. I signed up for this. I don't know what you call it. I guess it's a series of classes with this Chinese guy healer, and he taught us some cool ultra secret ancient techniques or something like that he's updated. And one of them, when I was like kind of at my wit's end, lying in bed trying to get comfortable, I tried it and I got some brief but full relief. So for some of the pain and burning. So that was good. And lastly, I signed up for a friend of mine is head of a humor organization, and this is April is humor month, and I signed up for whatever challenge or daily emails or whatever, and there's some group that meets every Monday, and I went 2 weeks ago and I was like, I don't know why I'm here. Like, I don't I thought they were going to talk about storytelling, but they're talking about clowns. So anyway, so I said to Tom, here's a link. If you want to go, you can, you don't have to. And he's like, oh, I don't know. One talk about clowning and I'll probably leave. But anyway, I left the room. He ended up going to the meeting and having a good time and put on the, Zoom bunny ears apparently and got everybody.
That's great. How can it get even better than this? That is fabulous, Lisbeth. Lisbeth, have you been able to meet with a doctor about the problems with your legs?
Um, I met with somebody over Zoom a while back, and they thought it was eczema, but I think there's like different things that come and go. And this guy yesterday had some interesting theories that are pretty out there. Um, but no, like when it's bad, I I literally can't leave the house because I can't even tolerate like I spend my day in like pajama pants.
Mm-hmm. I understand. I think it would be beneficial for you to meet with an expert who can help you identify what the real problem is and develop a course of action to support you. I think all the energy work that you're doing is really good, and it can't hurt to have an expert support you as well.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
something to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A challenge.
Cool. Well, obviously, we're sending you lots of healing energy, Lisbeth. We're also going to celebrate Ruthie. Ruthie, I hope you can join us. Yay! She's got to unmute so we can hear the celebrations, and that makes it a lot easier. I suck at reading lips. Sorry.
I was right there. I just had to grab my tea right there.
Aha.
So, well, my goodness, I'm so grateful to be here. I look forward to this every week, and I just want to celebrate that I had such a wonderful time this weekend. I went to, for the very first time, to this place called Agape, which is Michael Beckwith's church. I'd never been to it, and here it is, only 20 minutes away from me.
Oh my
And
God.
so it was an amazing experience that felt like going through a spiritual washing machine. it was it was just amazing, and I think the best thing that has stuck with me the whole time is that he made this great analogy that, like, when you think of like the resurrection and Jesus on the cross and everything, that Jesus was standing between two different thieves, right? And on the one side was the past, the guy who was always worried about the past, thinking, oh my God, if I hadn't done this, what, and like our lives, we think about the shame and blame, and oh no, if that hadn't happened, this wouldn't happen, and I wouldn't have been in this mess. And then on the other side, it's the guy worrying about the future. What's going to happen after this? Will I be with you in will you take me with you when you go? And so worrying about the future. So worrying about the past or worrying about the future. And uh, his stance, Jesus's stance was, he was right in the now and said, today you will be with me in paradise. That really, if we just stop and not, and take, the way he put it, he said, take 3 breaths and remember you're here now, and realize that now is the only time we have. And then you can be in paradise, in the now. So
So
it was so beautiful.
beautiful.
It was so
Wow.
wonderful. I loved it.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Ruthie. I hope that you go on more often
Well,
and
now that
really.
I feel like it's the kind of church I've always been looking for. It's so
Oh,
wonderful.
well, check this out. Archana and Jim, they posted that we attend Agape on Facebook on Sunday mornings. And
Yeah.
yeah,
And
very
not only,
cool.
yeah, and then Michael was here. I was his scribe at Infinity Foundation because I was volunteering. And he'd say, hey, Doc, you get up here. And he sees right through to your soul. And he's like, okay, when are you coming to speak at Agape? And whenever we go to California and that area, we go to Agape. And wow, you are so lucky. It's 20 minutes away. I'm a little jealous. But we do have a mini Agape here. We have a Center for Spiritual Living here. That's a mini Agape, but not Agape. That's unbelievable.
Okay. If I can't go in person, I'll be there at
On Facebook, every weekend we go because we just can't. He's
Yeah.
amazing.
He
He's
is.
trained all the people that we attend. He's trained everybody.
That's beautiful. That's
He's amazing.
beautiful.
Yay.
Thank you so much for bringing that in, Ruthie. I so appreciate it. Because, yeah, being here in the present moment makes all the difference in the world. And it's one of the reasons why we start the mastermind. We also start my intention group with 3 long, slow, deep breaths. Breathing in, I am, breathing out, consciousness, because it gets us to be present in infinite divine grace, all united as one. And that's all it takes. 3 divine breaths. Yeah. Speaking of divine, where did Michelle go? Oh, she disappeared. There you are, Michelle. Here, I'll hit the asterisk. See, the problem is people turn their cameras off and then they jump. And then I never know where anybody is. I was looking all over for you. Michelle, what can we help you celebrate?
First things first, I'm here. Late, but here. Yay, I love being with you guys. I'm so happy. I was on a different meeting that I had to go to, but I'm so happy to be here. This week, what am I celebrating? Let me think. I went to my friend's nursing assisted living facility and visited with her. And then the next day I met a new doctor. That was Tuesday. I went to the gym last week twice, but I only worked out once. One day I just sat there destroying my body, which is something I'm still doing that I'm not happy that I'm still doing, but I am. I'm getting there every little bit. I took some classes that I had to take. I was at Circle last night. I'm here. I'm gonna be tomorrow night. I'll be the Awake, I think it's the last night. And I offered to go to my niece's house to help. She's having a procedure on Friday to help her with the children. And she said, okay, so Friday and Saturday I'll be doing that. And today and tomorrow I'm just resting because I was supposed to go to the gym today, but I was so tired. I had to choose Michelle for a change, and I've been taking it really easy and giving myself a break and going to meetings and classes and doing the best I can with what I got. And I'm
And
blessed and
that's
I'm grateful.
perfect.
Thanks.
That is perfect. That is exactly what we're asked to do the best we can in the moment. And I really commend you for making an effort to do everything. Notice when you're not living up to what you wanted and acknowledge how you're feeling and make a plan for what you'll do next so that you are fulfilling on your needs. I'm really proud of you, Michelle. Thank you for being such a great role model for all of us.
Thank you so
Truly,
much. Thank you so
truly.
much. I appreciate you guys. I love you all. You're all role
Back
models
at
to me
ya.
too. Right back at
Hey,
you. That's
you
exactly
hang
it.
out with spiritual masters, and this is what happens.
That's right.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, wow. Archana, you're awesome for putting all these links in the chat. This is great.
Yeah,
We
since
get,
we're going to the monks today, Jim moved his energy call to tomorrow night.
aha.
So please
Oh,
come. He can probably help Lisbeth with some of her, pain and all, but everyone's welcome.
Thank you
thank
so much for
you
that
so
invitation.
much.
I think a lot of us are going to attend Deborah Poneman's Awake because
Oh,
that's tomorrow night.
sweet.
Um, but if possible, we'll try to join you.
It'll
All
be
right.
Monday next. It'll change to Mondays next week. But whatever
Okay.
happens is all for the best.
Yeah.
Just wanted to include you. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Arlene. I bet there's lots to celebrate.
Oh, yes, there is. There is. I want to first tell you that I got a message from Carolyn, and she couldn't join us tonight. She sends everybody love. She's just taking on a house sitting position, and she has a little cat to take care of, and she's meeting
Oh,
people right now during this time. But she's very kind of excited about being in this nice house and having this little cat companion. So I'm happy for her. So we'll celebrate that for her. For me, it's been an interesting week. Easter, well, first I'm going to tell you, I'm a member of the Corrales Kiwanis Club, and we put together an Easter egg hunt in Corrales for the kids every year. And we stuff all the eggs and do all that and set it out.
oh,
Well, this year, In the morning at 8:30, when I was getting ready to go down, it was raining at my house. Got down to Corrales, which isn't too far away, and it was not raining. We managed to get the park split up by ages and get all the eggs out. And then at 10 o'clock, and it still wasn't raining, it was threatening. And then at 10 o'clock, we basically say go, and by 10:05, it's over. Okay. All that work that we go to, 5 minutes, it's done. But they love it. And the big thing was it started to rain at about be somewhere between 10:10 and 10:15. So we got to have the kids. It was cold. It was cold and it was raining. And then later it snowed at my house. And I had about an inch of snow in my yard. But anyway, that's another whole thing. And then by Sunday it changed. So this is New Mexico. The weather, you can never predict it. So anyway, the other thing was Easter Day, church was lovely. I'm in the choir. We sang 4 different pieces, and it was really a very nice service. And then I'd been invited to my my brother my brother's girlfriend Betty had us over for a lovely Easter dinner, and that was so nice. So nice to spend time with them. The other thing I want to celebrate is the fact that I just started. I was referred for physical therapy, and I was able to start yesterday. Yesterday? Yeah, Monday. Anyway, yesterday or the day before. The woman who is my physical therapist is named Amarissa. Marissa with an A in front of it. And she's very lovely and very definitive. And so she's given me great exercises to do, and I've actually started to do them. So I'm pretty happy.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. And
So
it
that should
sounds
help.
like they're for your
Yeah.
sciatica, right?
It's actually not, my doctor doesn't think it's sciatica, and neither does Amarissa, that it's something
Okay.
else.
Well,
But
good.
whatever it is, it's been it's hard walking with joy, but I try to do that every day.
Good job. How can it get even better than this? Kudos.
Yeah.
Georgie, did you want to say something? Nope.
I'm glad Kelly's not throwing that thing no more. I keep bobbing and weaving.
Every time she'd throw that dog toy, you had to duck. Yeah. Oh man, I've got several things to celebrate too. I had a client, well, I have a product that I sell, but then I also give it away sometimes when I'm on a seminar. And this woman had signed up for my product and she couldn't get in. And so my tech guy and I were trying to figure out how come she couldn't get in. Well, come to find out, I never wrote all the emails with all the instructions. It was such a big job. I got it so far done. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I'll get to that later. And I never did. And I totally forgot. So my product kind of never existed, like, oops, big time, oops. So I sent her an email just saying, you are a godsend. Thank heaven you pointed this out to me. And so I'm in the process of writing all of those emails, and it's all about the Activate Abundance process. At the end of every single episode of my show, I activate abundance and I walk people through the 5 steps because I want it to be so automatic and so effortless that it just is what you do. It's how you show up. And so you're always creating abundance for yourself. And I'm having a lot of fun rewatching these earlier segments when I didn't have all the different ways to activate abundance and the different ways I describe it and all of this and my own evolution through the whole process. It's been really fun. And so I've been collaborating with Chat GPT. When I'm all done, I will have 54 emails. Oh, yes, custom, one per episode. So yes, it's a big project. And I participated in the Gold Circle last night. It was really amazing. And I got a download when we were asked to sit for guidance. And I want to share my download with you guys just really quickly. Rejoice and welcome the unfolding. Repeatedly, continually commit to being love, experiencing love at all times and in all situations. Use the powers of abundance, acknowledging them and where you are. Practice continual improvement. Rejoice in every encounter. You are meeting angels. Invite the divine to flow through you with the perfect words. Recommit to staying open as a channel for the divine. Share your truth through your gifts. Be eager and grateful to give what you want to receive, for in the giving, you receive the fullness of yourself. Send love and blessings to everyone without exception. Let duality vanish as you experience and express only love. Yeah, it was pretty profound for me. That's why I'm getting choked up. Thank you for letting me share that because I went a little bit over. But we've got lots of wonderful intentions to share. Does anybody need to leave early or are we okay for now? Okay. All right. We'll keep going. And if you need to leave early, just let me know in the chat and we'll figure something out. But we're gonna give Peggy tons of good energy. She deserves it. And she's ready for it. I know she is. What would you like some energy around, Peggy?
Thank you. And yes, I am ready for it. And I did want to share that my painting up here, this one, is called Oneness, and that is the one that will be shown at the Art Center here next month. So that will be on an exhibit. And what is unique about that painting, I had to paint, but I had broken my right hand, so I did it left-handed. So that was a very interesting and profound experience. So the intention that I would like to hold for all of us, let me get it back now, is that we are fully awake and aware and take action on the divine guidance that we receive. We know when it comes and we know what is ours to do. And that leads us to the action that we take to fulfill our divine purpose for being here on this earth. Thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We give thanks, and so it is. Oh man, Peggy, what a great way to start those intentions.
Yes.
You know how to raise that energy big time. Wow. All right. Let's hear from Mena. Mena, what would you like some energy around? You have to unmute. We're real picky about that. Yeah. Sorry. There
Sorry,
we go.
I was coughing, so I turned it off. Okay, in love and light, we hold the intention that we all maintain a high vibration, spread our light, and support each other with love. Thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's done.
We give thanks, and so it is. Oh, that was so beautiful, Mena, and so easy for us to do. Send each other love all the time. It's so funny. Your ears were probably burning last night during intention group because I mentioned you and your blessing balls.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I
Yeah.
send them every single day. I haven't missed once since we all got together. And
Mm.
you guys go first before my family and friends, actually. Don't tell them.
Amping up that energy. That's awesome. That's great. All right, Angela, you ready for some good energy?
Oh, yes, please. So last week we did the little like imagining the moment of winning the lottery, and it had instantaneous regret, and I started sending an email that I said we take off 10% to send to Dorothy's group, and I thought this is Dorothy's ticket. Dorothy can take off however 80%, whatever he wants. So I felt really bad for saying that. And anyways, let's do another intention. We're on the stage in Dorothy's Stadium of Light, and we are going to receive that massive check, and we're just so excited. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How does it get any better than this? I don't know, but it always does. So it is done.
We give thanks, and so it is. Thank you so much, Angela, for reminding us of that energetic win that comes before the physical manifestation and getting into the energy. Because, yeah, Mena was just uniting us in love, which was so easy and so automatic and so huge, just really amped up the energy. And then you put the cherry on top with the acknowledging that we've already won. We've already won. We've already met each other and we've already won the lottery. And I also have a commitment that I want to make to all of you. Unlike Dorji, I don't play the lottery every single time. My number is 200 million or more. So I only buy tickets when it's 200 million or more. My husband gets half because we're in a community property state. Sorry. And I've got a few other people that I've already committed to, but I'm splitting $50 million with you guys. Just so you know, my commitment is $50 million to all of you. Yeah,
Thank you very
between all of
much.
you. So that is there. That is real. That is coming. And so live in the delight, the excitement, the beautiful unfolding that this is your reality. How can it get even better than this?
Woohoo!
Yeah, good energy, Angela. Wow. Kathy, Kathy Poppers, are you ready for some good energy? This is so fun.
I am. Thank you. So I'm going to be traveling tomorrow. And first of all, I hope there's no drama with the plane. Hope it's well maintained. No problem. Um, but as a group in love and light, may we hold the intention to stay rooted in self-care and inner calm while spending time with family, to show kindness without self-abandonment, and to meet each moment with grace.
We give thanks, and so it is. So beautiful. Thank you for that, Kathy. And I also hired a couple of angels for you. I hired a concierge angel so that your connections are easy and perfect on time. The travel to and from the airport is awesome. It's easy, it's effortless, great parking spots. You know, you just have wonderful people sitting next to you. Also, I was reminded of the book, Ruthie, I know you've got a copy, The Power of Glow, My Life with Angels and Entities, something like that. And this guy sees angels all the time. And he would travel on an airplane and he would see angels superimposed over the people in the seats. And there it is, the field of glow. Sorry, I always get the name wrong. The field of glow. And he would also see angels sitting on the arms of the plane, the wings of the plane, and they would just go everywhere. So I saw that for you. Angels are accompanying you everywhere on this trip. And then I hired attitude adjustment angels for absolutely every single person you meet. So they're all in a really good mood and they're totally focused on all the fun and the delightful things and what they love about what's going on. And so you're in a state of joy and rejoicing throughout your entire trip.
Thank you. Amen. And
How
no
can it get any
COVID.
better? There you go. There you go. Awesome. Dorji, where did you go, Dorji?
Angels. And every time, and every time somebody gives Kathy a hard time, she's going to be just like that Buddha that you see there.
That's right. That's right. That's perfect. Lisbeth also has a message for you in the chat, Kathy. She surrounded the plane with soft pink light. Oh, Lisbeth. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dorji. We're going to do Lisbeth's intention first because she's got to jump, and then we'll come back to you. Lisbeth, unmute. And what would you like your intention to be?
Oh, okay. Thanks. You guys can do it at the end or whatever.
Nope, we're doing you now.
In love and light, I'm thankful for the abundance on all levels for all of us, especially for Tom and I, for perfect people to help us, especially with health and healing, for abundance of resources, physical resources and people, finances, vitality, well-being, and love, and fun, and joy. Thank you.
We give thanks, and so it is. You know, it's interesting, Lisbeth. I got a download that what you might have is called shingles, and shingles is extremely painful.
And actually, I'm doing I've been doing off and on medical medium protocol for shingles, but
yeah,
I'm going to look and add in more things because the celery juice sometimes seems to help, and the heavy metal detox smoothie seems to help.
yeah. Go online and look at Google Images so you can see what it looks like. And then there is it's a medicine, and I think it's called Encyclovir that they prescribe that helps reduce the symptoms very quickly.
Yeah, I've worked with people with shingles before. They really don't have stuff for it, and my body does not tolerate medicines.
Okay.
So that I'm trying to do as natural as I can, but that has crossed my mind as well. Yeah, it was like burning and
yeah.
Anyway, thank you. And I forgot to say, if you can add in extra good vibes for our tech, the the Wi-Fi has been so squirrely the past week, and Tom really needs it for work, and that's why I'm on my phone now in case it went out. So, thank you, love and hugs to all of you. And
Love you, Lisbeth. Have a wonderful week. Thanks for joining us.
Ruthie, could I see the book title again, the Angel book?
Yeah. The Field of
Thank
Glow.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a great book. My Life with Angels and Celestial Beings. It's a really fun book. Yeah. Georgie, you're back. Yay. Thanks so much for letting Lisbeth go first. What would you like some energy around?
And I'm going to go back to the intentioning group yesterday. The way Elaine had written the intentions that all the molecules and cells in our bodies
I'll put it in the
get
chat.
healed. And what I get, the download that I got is everybody has their stadium of light, their individual stadium of light, and that the molecules, the good molecules of love and light, sending so much love and light to each and healing to each cranny in our bodies that the bad molecules have to leave. And I am intentioning that all of us generate love from our stadium of lights to our bodies and fill up our bodies with love, light, and healing so there is no room for any bad molecules and cells. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We give thanks, and so it is.
Can I share something? Yesterday, I I showed you my grounded shoes that I have, like barefoot shoes,
Yeah.
and I put a weight on and walked the 3 miles. The last half mile, my soles were killing me. No cushioning, nothing. So I did the intention with Elaine, and then I went and between Elaine and um, the gold circle, I directed, instructed, and did my
Marissa Peer.
statements with Marissa Peer, and I could feel how everything was working because my soles were burning, everything was hurting. By the end of Gold Circle, it was feeling a lot better. I could walk again. I woke up this morning and I was thinking to myself, I wonder how my soles feel. And it's completely healed. I felt the fight inside my body. And I was going to walk again today, but then somebody on my right shoulder told me, maybe you take it easy today. So I just worked out with my weights. But
Excellent, Georgie.
really, it does
Congratulations.
work when you believe it and you trust it and you have no fear or worry.
Yeah. So true. So true. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us, Georgie. Wow, David, you can feel the energy in this meeting, can't you? It's pretty
Thank you, Georgie.
intense. Ooh, what would you like energy around?
Okay. In love and light, we hold the intention that we are so grateful, so thankful for higher consciousness and higher awareness that we can draw from, that we can be guided by, and for healing for us, for our families, for our friends, deep, profound, complete healing, and for peace throughout the world, and love and understanding and compassion and greater wisdom, and for us fulfilling, having the higher guidance to fulfill our mission that we are here on this earth for, to help, to do our part to raise the vibration of the planet. and spread joy with fun, with laughter, and with gratitude for the abundance that we share in material and so many other ways. And thank you also for healing for my wife, Monica, for her back. And thank you for helping ensure that she gets the best possible treatment that she can for the best possible healing for her back. Thank you, Infinite Creator. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it is done.
We give thanks, and so it is. David, I have to share something with you, weird but true. So I had my bone density scan done just a couple weeks ago, and you do it like every couple of years. And so they compared me to 2 years ago, and my bone density was better. And I was talking to my husband, I'm like, we've got really hard water. We're on a well, and we've got really hard water. So it's got lots of calcium deposits in it, which is a nuisance because it gets all over your faucets and it ruins your hoses. But apparently it's great for my bones. So I just saw your wife drinking a little hard water, and that will help.
Okay, thank
Go
you.
figure. Go figure. Julie, you get lots of yummy energy. What would you like some energy around?
Oh, yes, I'll take it all. I'll take it all. Oh gosh. Well, what's on my mind is just comfort and joy and ease in moving and, complete recovery and healing. Just enjoy life again and be like to the fullest. My best life. I don't know. Can you help with that, please?
Certainly.
Thank
In
you.
love and light, we hold the intention that Julie is immediately, permanently, and completely healed at the molecular level. And below that, every single tiny component in Julie's body is nourished and healed with infinite divine love. She is filled with vibrant energy. She feels strong and capable and loves every moment of her life. She moves with great flexibility, grace, balance, ease, and joy. And she brings that enthusiasm and zest for life into everything she does. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. That was really interesting.
Yeah.
I got a message that you are healed in all times, dimensions, and realities. And all of a sudden, I saw these little slivers of different versions of you, and you're healed in every single reality. So, no matter which reality you step into, you are healed and whole, and all is well, and you feel awesome. So,
Awesome.
Marissa Peer, you're going to be sleeping with Marissa Peer and just let the divine fill you with that energy. Allow your cells to accept that. And again, get the logic out of the way. The brain doesn't have a role to play in this. This is a heart-based healing, and the heart is actually a bigger brain than the brain. All the brain gets all signals from the heart. So drown out the brain and the doubt and the doctors and the experts. Your heart knows. Yeah, the divine knows. And you don't need to control it. You just get to welcome it.
Welcome it. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you.
That was really cool. Because all of a sudden it was like, all
Yeah.
these little, yeah. Peggy, what came through for you?
A comment that one of the words you said gave me an insight that is so simple and obvious since it just now came finally. And when you said something about enjoy, what does that mean but in joy? I'm doing thus and so, and I just never saw it that way before. So thank you for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Oh my gosh.
It's a cool
Yes.
distinction.
Yeah.
Yeah. David, did you want to add something?
Thank you.
No, I just gotta go. Gotta
Oh,
run.
bummer. So glad you could
Time.
make it. Good to
Love
see
and
you.
blessings.
Hope to
Thank
see
you.
you
Thank
next
you.
week. Okay,
Yes.
bye-bye. Ah, man, let's keep this energy going. Ruthie, you are up. What would you like energy around?
Well, this is so weird because I was just going to add something else, but since it's my
Oh,
turn, I
yeah,
don't
but go
know.
ahead and add, and then it's your turn. Go ahead. That
That's
works
great.
too.
Well, I was just thinking about how in all the times when I've had pain in my body, it's because I wasn't really doing what I wanted to do. And I was doing all my shoulds. I should do this, I should do that, and all these things were piling up and burdens. And I heard a saying from one of Jazz's friends came to mind, and he said, "If you do what you love, you'll love what you do." It sounds so simple, right? But it goes right along with what Bashar said, which was if we follow the joy, we follow the excitement,
Mhm.
like Peggy said, if we can be in joy and not just to have to do our have tos, if we can do those, if we have to do them, if we can try to do them in joy, but even so, if we could try to do what we love. So I realized that in how uh, who is it? What Henry Wadsworth Longfellow said that in each life some rain must fall, and all some days must be dark and dreary. And I was thinking about a tree that's right outside here, and parts of the year it looks totally dead. And when I first moved in, I said, "Why don't they cut down that tree?" Well, springtime comes and blammo, it has all this new life to it. And that's kind of like, it's like everything unfolds as it should. It just takes time sometimes, but we're not dead yet. So anyway, so I wanted to just say that in my intention in love and light is that we follow our joy, and that we can find the what we really really want to do, and do those things that give us joy, and that joy will inspire and flow out of us, and make our lives better, and then also flow to other people. So in love and light, let there be joy. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We give thanks, and so it is.
Thank
Wow, that was intense. Yeah, Georgie.
And Ruthie, I still am waiting for the divine inspiration.
Yes, me too. For all those lottery numbers, right?
And Ruthie, one of the things, I'm sorry, yeah, Peggy, I'll say something and then it's your turn. One of the things that came through is when we feel the most sense of accomplishment and joy is when we're working on something and it's a little difficult and we don't really know the answer and we have to work at it. We have to noodle it. We get really frustrated first before we finally figure it out. It's like, yes, I did it. And those are the real intense moments of joy that we tend to notice the most instead of the flower in the sidewalk or the little things that are lovely, but we don't really count them as intense joy. So it's just kind of interesting that we can choose simple joy and we
Right.
can also choose intense joy. And it's a
Good.
choice. Peggy, what came through for you?
Ruthie, would you please email me from your favorite email because mine come back when I send them to you.
Oh, okay. Sure. Absolutely.
I would appreciate that. And speaking of a simple joy, I walked up my sidewalk the other day. There was one lone dandelion shining its bright yellow face. I never appreciated a dandelion as much as I did that one.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Wow, Michelle, it's your turn. What would you like some energy around?
Can I just tell something real
Sure,
fast?
sure.
Okay. So I've been getting a lot of God moments, I call them. And yesterday I was at the doctor and I was done and I'm in the waiting room and I'm talking, about the miracles that come as I do often when I'm waiting. And the lady sitting behind me works at the nursing home I was at 3 times last year. And she left. And I didn't call the bus company to pick me up yet. Usually I have to call to get them to come. And I was talking to the other lady on the other side about the same thing. And my driver walked in 2.5 hours early. And I said, thank you, God. How does it get any better than this? And I go, really? Like like, show me another God moment. I didn't have to wait. And I thought that was pretty awesome. And the woman in front of me was like, oh my goodness. Like I'm telling her these miracles. And he goes, yes, I work for God. I'll meet you in the truck.
That's great. That's
I
great.
was over the moon. I didn't
Oh, I
say that, but I
bet.
was like, thank you, God. I mean,
Yeah, that's
I'm so blessed and
wonderful.
I'm so grateful.
And Michelle, these are great moments to write down and remind yourself that you are in collaboration and partnership with the divine and you are manifesting in concert with the divine.
Yeah, I
So
know
good for you.
Thank you. Yeah, like you were talking about being a channel for the
Yeah.
divine. I've always been. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful that I shut up and let him do the thing. It's just for my own life, I don't do that yet. One day I will. Everything happens for a reason. I want you to say whatever comes, please.
Well, give me a theme or something.
Stop hurting self. Stop hurting
Okay.
self.
Okay.
And forgive myself.
Okay. In love and light, we hold the intention that Michelle witnesses the beauty of her life. She relaxes into seeing all the choices, all the decisions, all the experiences that she's had throughout her life as part of a beautiful, unfolding divine journey. Love is always the thread that carries her through moment to moment. And in this love, Michelle is able to forgive her previous self for various things that were done or thought or said or experienced in a way that was anything other than love. Michelle now witnesses, embodies, and experiences and expresses love as her baseline, as every breath. Thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. And Michelle, I want to make a distinction for you. I know you said you wanted to talk about not hurting yourself. And when you love yourself, there is never a need to hurt yourself. And in the intentions, it's really powerful when we phrase everything as a positive instead of a, I don't want that to happen. We only talk about what we do want to have happen. And so that's what came through for you. And it
Thank
felt
you so
really
much.
powerful. Angela, what did you want to contribute?
Exactly the same thing. I saw you instantly from now forward dropping the I don't and just it doesn't even enter. And you just ask yourself every day, what could I do that would be really loving to myself today?
Thank you so much, both of you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. That was very powerful.
Georgie's unmuted, so he's first, and then Ruthie. Georgie, what came through?
I just wanted to say, yeah, I say to myself, look into the mirror and I say, I love you for 10 times in the morning. In the beginning, I felt like, what is that going to do? But I kept doing it. And you know what? It's starting to work.
Great.
After a while, you just love yourself. And I think, yeah, once you love yourself, everything changes for the
Yeah.
better.
It sure does. And Georgie, I did the same thing. I was coming back after dropping my husband at the airport, and it was a 45-minute drive. And the whole way, I just said that I love and appreciate myself out loud for 45 minutes out loud. And by
Wow.
the time I got home, something had shifted. So find a quiet place where nobody's going to bother you and just go for it. Ruthie, what did you want to add?
I was
Thank
going
you.
to add that when I saw an article about little kids and how they believe everything their parents tell them. If their parents say, "You're so stupid," or whatever, they believe it. And so who knows what kind of memories that were told to you when you were little, as each one of us has had things that cause us doubt and make us fear that we're not enough. And then the other thing was that I realized I had a super duper revelation last week in my journaling where I realized that all the times that I was complaining about David as though my first husband, as though he was abusing me, I realized, oh my God, I was the one who was abusing me by allowing
Mm-hmm.
myself to be abused.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, when I was little and unaware, I was too little to know any better, but now I know better. And what a shock that was to realize that I was the abuser.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good for
So
you,
from
Ruthie.
now
Thanks for bringing that in.
Thank
Wow.
you.
I'm looking at the time. We're 20 minutes over, and we've got two more intentions to go. Arlene, you are
Mhm.
up. What would you like your intention to be?
I'll tell you, Elaine, I'm going to have you do it because I'm going to describe the situation I'm in right now,
Okay.
and I'm kind of freaking out about it. So it's real serious for me. So I don't even know that I could form an intention. My eyes have been an issue, but today there must be something wrong, and I hope it's not my left eye because that's my good eye. Something wrong that I cannot read anything. If I can read your names simply because I know who you are. But I went to the chat to read that, and I can't read anything in the chat. And I have other things that I'm looking at, notes that I've made that I can't read because there's something in the way. So I'm going to try. I think tomorrow I will call iAssociates and see if I can get in because I think there's something going wrong with at least one of my eyes. I'm fearful. I'm feeling fear because I need to be able to see in order to drive, in order to do my job.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I just don't know. And I think, anyway, so that's where I am. That's what
Okay.
I'm freaking out about. And it just happened today.
Okay.
That's what's so weird.
So the
And
good news is we're on top of it,
That's right.
and you are proactive,
That's right.
and you are very capable and resourceful. So, yeah, Ruthie's saying that you can also enlarge the size of the type on your computer. So, in love and light, we hold the intention that Arlene welcomes in insights, direction, divine guidance from experts and all the resources around her, realizing that she is in alignment with the divine. And this is part of her journey to recognize her own skills, abilities, and talents, and to love herself exactly as she is, no matter what is happening, to stay in faith with the divine, to be very clear that she chooses perfect divine sight and perfect physical sight at all times. Thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. So, one of the things that I did as we held the intention, I hired angels for you, Arlene. They are keeping you company, they're helping you stay comfortable and calm. They're reminding you to step into grateful curiosity. You don't have to have all the answers. You have to be curious and excited to discover and uncover the answers that are present. There are answers, there are blessings. This is a pile of Christmas presents for you to open. So stay in that space of grateful curiosity and awareness that you do have perfect sight and it is returning very quickly. Michelle, what came through for you?
It didn't come through. I just want to remind Arlene that I was blind and that's what happened. I went from half sight and then everything got dark and I could see, but only light. And that was cataracts. So God willing, it gets fixed because when I got my cataract surgery, it cured my sight completely, even from the mini strokes that I had. And it was a blessing. So miracles happen all the
Thank you
time.
for that. I will tell you, I've already had the cataract surgery and it did help, but that was then and this is now. Anyway, Dorothy's going to say something.
Yeah, it too.
I wanted to tell you the same thing. I had cataract surgery and I don't wear glasses no more. I quit driving because I couldn't see no more.
Right. Right.
But if you had it already,
Yeah.
Well,
no fear.
Well, I'm experiencing symptoms of macular degeneration.
Okay.
Dry in the wet in this eye and wet in this eye, but this eye gets shots regularly, and it's the one that does everything. This one is pretty useless, and so this if something's happening with this eye, I need to fix it. I need to
Exactly.
find out what's going on. Yeah.
It will be okay.
And we'll have a lot to celebrate this time next week, Arlene.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Just know that we are with you. We love you. We admire you. And we're sending you good energy all the time. All the time. Absolutely. In love and light, we hold the intention that we rejoice in sharing our unique gifts without knowing the difference that they make, merely savoring the joy of being alive and having a unique personality and preferences. And from these actions and this clear delight, grace, and prosperity and vibrant health unfold for all of us in deepest gratitude. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. If anybody wants to do some joy spotting, I've got tears coming down my face because I am so filled with joy and gratitude. I cannot thank you enough for all the many blessings you bring. Through every word you speak, I feel your heart. I know your heart. I am so blessed to know each of you. I'm so honored and grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man, thank you, Elaine.
Absolutely. I love you all. Have an incredible week. So much to celebrate next week.
Thank you so much. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Take care.
hope.
Okay, bye.